Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. Happy 2022. And today we're going to get started off on a linked daily video, Chainlink. Great news over the past few days here, right? I'm sure you're all well aware of staking this year. However, we need to focus on the charts, the technicalities of breakout points, what we need to look for to continue the uptrend that we've started. So let's get right to it. On the daily chart, Link needs to break out and close above this candle, which is just north of $23. So we're close to that already, right? If we close it here where we are now or higher today in 9.5 hours from now, that's another great sign. Why? Because you just put in a new higher high. Closing a higher high would be great. Our highest close in quite some time is right here, December 27th. If we do that again, yes, we're continuing the uptrend. Why? We are making higher lows and higher highs. That's plain and simple charting 101. That's what you want to look for to continue an uptrend. Plain and simple. Okay, so other thing, you want to hold above your 21-day. Beyond that, you want to zoom out to the weekly chart. Look at your 21-week EMA. Some people use the 20-week. Some people use both of them. I use both of them, but generally speaking, the 21-week EMA is just what you want to be holding to get your prices more bullish. And right now, for Chainlink, it's right around that $25 level. So for the rest of this week, we still have 6.5 days till we close this new weekly candle, right? The first day is today. So let's, hopefully this week, we can at least battle up to around that $25 level. And then maybe we get super bullish and we close above it. That would be great, right? So watch this at the close of week. This will be an important week for Chainlink. If we close above it, great. If we don't, then let's hope for the next week, right? Then once we close a couple candles above it, then, the odds simply increase of us continuing the uptrend. So the big target for Chainlink is right at these levels here, these mid 30 levels. 33.57, this one closed, and this one closed at 33.76. So yeah, let's close a weekly candle above 34, and then Chainlink all-time highs should be on short notice. So that's good news for Link in the short term. Going into looking at more moving averages, because Chainlink really gets moving in a hurry once we have these moving averages sorted out, least to greatest. And what are they? If you're new here, let's zoom out and get the bigger picture. You got the 21. These are all exponential moving averages. The 21, the 50, the 100, and the 200. So as you zoom out here, you can see Chainlink gets tangled up every now and again, as of all coins, right? It's not unique to Chainlink. But once it gets sorted out and you see this least to greatest starting to sort, you see the yellow kind of bounce through the red there and then come back up. Once they get sorted out and you get the nice pretty ribbons, then you can really get cooking. As you can see, Chainlink gets moving when this happens. So let's keep an eye on this. This will probably take another handful of days to weeks even. So don't get too excited just yet. But once we do this, you want to look for separation. See back here, we never got really the separation of the bigger moving averages like we do back in here. See these bigger moves? Look how the nice gaps in between this. That's what you'd want to see. And we just never quite got it going. And right, this big M pattern on the daily is not a great sign. But in the bigger level, we made a low and a higher low. So far, this is hopefully our bottom is in for Link and all coins, right? We'd like to get it moving back to the upside. So that's what we need to watch for. Sort these out over the next, I would say, probably going to take another month or so to really, we can make the bigger moves earlier, right? Look at this move back in July. I'm not saying that Chainlink can't move until this happens. I'm saying the massive moves, double these prices. Look at these kind of exponential moves and the continuation of them. That's what we'd want to look for to be, set our sights on those all-time highs again. So over the next handful of weeks, watch that on the daily chart. Watch this hopefully trend up and start crossing these back to the upside and then get that separation, okay? So ADX in the eye with Link, another good sign. We just had a bullish cross. The green crossed up. We've talked about this for the past week or so on a lot of coins. The ADX in the eye is a good indicator. But what do I not like about this so far is that your ADX is way down here, right? This is the power kind of the move. So we don't have a lot of power behind this bullish cross. So we need this to flip up. So let's go back and look at what we would want. See this cross right here? Remember how good October was for a lot of coins? Look at the ADX. It was low, and then it started coming up a lot after we got that bullish cross. So that's what we want to see. Okay, so Chainlink historically, it's just been battling bulls and bears, kind of oscillating. You can know when Chainlink's doing really well. Look at the ADX and the I. Look how high it gets, right? You're way up in here. With the same time the bulls are on top. So watch that on the daily chart. And then if we start to see this ADX curve up, then we want to see more separation here. We want these diverging away from each other in the biggest way possible. We'd like this, but flipped, right? We want the green way up here, the red way down here, and the ADX way up here, okay? So this is why Link has been struggling. It's going to be hard for your coin to put in some moves when the powerful Kodiak bears are in charge, okay? So just stay patient. We'll get there. We're working on it. Link on the weekly chart. So zoom out to the bigger picture, and you can see we're still kind of at a standoff right here. The bulls and bears are in the stare down. So hopefully we get a cross up to the bullish side. That's what we want to see. Nice cross, a decent cross back in August, right? But nothing insane. We want this to cross in a big way like that. See that big last year? Remember this time last year, Link and a lot of coins really got going towards the first part of January. So hopefully we get that again. Watch that. ADX in the eye, curve up, bullish cross. That's all the things you want to be looking for. The Gaussian channel on the 5-day, we're on the midst of doing some more bigly things, but 2.5 days before this candle closes, we'd like to make another closing high, right? This is our high. We closed at $22.99. We want to close this candle just at $23, and that would be a new 5-day candle high. So the odds would simply increase if we do that. And 2.5 days from now, we'll probably likely to test this before making any more downwards action. I'd say the odds are already increasing that. We've already came down towards the near the bottom, and you know, a lot of coins will either, you know, bounce off the bottom or, you know, turn around slightly before. That's a good sign. So let's close above 23, and then our odds maybe over the next candle, next 5-7 days or so, Chainlink can hit the 25-26 level. And then if we close above this on the 5-day Gaussian channel, then we can get our sights way up here, $34, $35. That's what we need to do, because Chainlink has not been able to close a weekly candle that we just talked about above that 33, 35 level in a long time. And that would be huge. That would be probably the biggest step for Link, closing a weekly candle above that $35 level. And this is how we're going to take the stepping stones to get to it. We got to close not only up to the Gaussian channel and the median line there, we need to close above it. So anything above like $26 would be great in the next handful of days, or, you know, next 7 days, right? Because you have 2 days left in this and then another 5-day candle. So that is Chainlink in a nutshell. If you want more of this stuff, you can follow our free Telegram. We have a free Telegram link below. If you want more help than that, we have a private Telegram chat. So you get more teachings in there, more interaction from me. So that's for if you want to set yourself up to, you know, become a better trader yourself. That's what that's for. So that's through Patreon, and you get a bunch of extra stuff in there. So Fear and Greed Index, we're at 29. So we're still in fear. It seems like we've been down here for a long time. And this is the max chart on the Fear and Greed Index. So it came back in about 3 years ago. This was, you know, made up so we could see it. And now, you know, we've spent a lot of fear back in June, July. So we've been down here before. We've had a fake out before, right? We came down in June. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So back at our May drop, right? We came down, we kind of got this chop action. We tried to make a run up back towards greed. We got rejected, came back down. Look at this time. We make a drop, we got some chop, made a run, tried to get out of greed, came back down, rejected. Okay, now we're back in this chop. So I don't know if we're going to last a lot longer. Seemed like this time was a little bit shorter before we made our run up. So maybe it's a little bit shorter again. And then we can come out of it. And then hopefully in a bigger way, we can come out, not only get back into greed, but let's get back to extreme greed. I think that would be well welcomed. And prices should follow. So there you go. Quote of the day, appropriate for the new year, by Mark Twain. Car of the day, 2022. Figured I have to do a 2022 car for the first day of 2022. The recording, the McLaren Artura. delayed production though because of the chip shortage, all that good stuff, the supply chain. What do you think? This is the first McLaren ever to have a hybrid motion. I take that back. The McLaren Speedtail, I believe, had it before this, but the first major production car. But the one thing that's glaringly different about this McLaren than all of the McLarens, besides the motor, they put a door handle in. Right? If you know McLarens at all, they always hide the door handle. You don't see it. It's just like a button inside, so you don't have any gaudy door handles. I don't know why they did that. I'm a little suspect of this one yet. I haven't made my mind up if I like it yet or not. I'll stick to my 720S. Still my favorite. Still pretty similar. They're all similar. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Happy Link Day. Happy 2022. We'll see you real soon.